It's on.
Let's kind of start over again then.
We're looking at a map that Dad made of the property that was original property. Okay.
Way back on the early, be 40s, 50s, or earlier. But what I've got here is Mountain House, the 2 bedrooms, and this was a well, and there was a big willow tree here beside the well. This was the kitchen area, the entryway and pantry, and then there was a bedroom for the guests, and the hired man, Slick Minton, lived in that. And then this part of the house was moved over to where Austin Jr. is now, but it burnt down. Helen Barnett, Helen burnt the house down. So after the house was burnt down, they moved one of the chicken brooder houses, and this is about the size of Austin's house now, but at that time when Ruth and I were first married, we lived in the 1-room chicken or turkey brooder house, and then there was a porch washroom added on to the north of that. And then this is a fir tree in the corner, and then there's apple trees here. This is Shelton Road today. This is just a driveway at Austin's house. But we'll go on to the east from the Mountain House. Did I mention the woodshed?
Yeah.
On there?
I think so.
Okay, and then there was a pear tree here, and in front of the pear tree there was a 2-hole privy, which is a toilet that was used in the old days. I remember using it when I was little, but the guests at the stage stop would have used that also. And then there's a pear tree here and a pear tree here and another pear. And I'm not exactly to scale, but here is the old hay barn, grain barn, where there was 4 horse stalls in this barn, and then grain storage also in it, and hay loft in it. And then out to the southeast was all kinds of apple trees, which these represent different apple trees. And then as we go to the north, we've got the chicken coop, the hog barn, and the calf barn across the road. And in those days, this road was called Panther Creek Road or County Road 330. But today it is called Meadow Lake Road. I think we got this Willow Springs. Did we get this Willow Springs? There was a well there that after the well down at the house went dry, this well was made here and piped water down to the house. Now this, just north of this is a 35 cow barn that Grandpa Warner, William Everett Warner built, and it held 35 cows, and there was 2 wooden silos there. And the older barns, which had 6 horses in it, a hay barn, and 12 milking cows, and a silo. The 12 milking cows, Grandma and Jessie and Nina had to milk those 12 cows in the morning before they went to school every day. That's one of the things that I've been told. And this is, of course, McBride Cemetery Road here.
Okay.
Like I mentioned, at one time, Ed and Lula had a garden across from the blacksmith shop, which is just at the corner of Panther Creek and Meadow Lake Road at that time, with a cemetery road. And this is a blacksmith shop. And at that time there was 2 big walnut trees, black walnut trees, by the blacksmith shop. And then there was walnut trees also right to the southeast of the blacksmith shop, 3 walnut trees that I remember when I was still young. And I think this is just the driveway where goes into Austin's house. I
Okay.
think I've kind of pretty well
Covered your
covered
map.
that.
Yeah,
I hope.
that's
Did I miss?
really interesting,
I
Dad.
probably missed something, but as best as I can remember, it's not to scale, but it kind of gives an idea
Yeah.
what used to be.
Okay, should I turn it off or do you have more
Yeah, I
to say?
think I think that's
Covered
probably it,
everything?
Patricia.
Okay,
I think I pretty well explained it. I hope.
yeah, it sounded pretty good to me. Okay, I'll try.
After the well went dry, a bathroom room was built over that old septic tank and old well, and it was used as septic tank for years before regular septic system was put in.
So that's where the bathroom would be right now?
The bathroom is right there now,
Yeah, okay.
over top of that old well.
Oh, that's neat to know. Huh.
About
Interesting.
there that I'd forgot to write down earlier. They paid Grandma and Grandpa rights to have that water pump to boost the water up to the reservoir storage up on the hill east of the farm.
Oh, okay. Was there is that it, or? Okay. I don't know, we used to ride our horses up here and.
Well, this was all open pasture. You could,
Yeah.
all of that.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't, you didn't have that fence across there then.
Well, where was the fence? The fence was kind
Fence
of,
was right by the
one
springs.
was kind of at an angle
kind of a-
here.
Yeah,
And then, of
And
course, there was a fence up here, but
yeah, I don't know who owned the property on the other side of us at the time, was that?
well,
where-
let's see, above there,
Is that where Vic and Vi lived, Thunberg? Or did they?
it would have been McBride's property up by the cemetery at one time.
But over,
Our property,
across from.
yeah, our property ran clear to the McBride Cemetery,
Yeah, oh,
which was up here.
okay, I'm looking at it wrong then. The turkeys have been on this
Oh, the turkey
map.
pens, the 2 chicken brooder houses were in this area. And then, like I said, after the house burned down, I moved one of the brooder houses to where Austin's house is now. And that was used for Ruth and I's kitchen, bedroom, and laundry room, where Austin's present day house is.
Oh, for crying out loud.
And one of the brooder houses was moved to just north of the barn for a gas house and storage of grease and repair stuff in this area.
Wow, that's interesting. Well, I talked
The
about the
turkey-
turkeys.
The turkeys were run free in this orchard area for a while, and they were even around the north side of Mountain House where they ran free. And then later on, we had 3,000 layer hens, which were up on the hill above the older springs. During the winter, we gathered eggs and then sold the eggs to
I better turn it off.
to Warshore Poultry. Above Lorraine and Carl Spiegelberg, there used to be a gate with 2 posts with an archway over, and it shows the gate kind of behind them, maybe, if you can see it, I don't know.
Huh,
But there used to be a
archway.
archway there for an entry into the mountain house.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.